Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Heal Lift Rise. My name is Carla. Thank you all so very much for joining me here. Truly appreciate every single one of you, all of your love, support, and kindness to the channel. Today's channel message, very interesting how this came through. So a few days ago, I had this message come through about anxiety and our emotions. And of course, I get my phone, which I need to get in the habit of just going for my notebook, okay? So I'm gonna start doing that. But I grab my phone and I start just all the stuff that's coming through, just start typing it up. And about an hour, 2 hours later, a couple hours go by, I ended up feeling anxious, feeling this emotion, feeling the energy of anxiety. And anxiety, my old friend, it just allowed me, it's so funny, the familiarity of this, because for those of you that are new to this channel, I personally struggled with anxiety for 15 years of my life. And I can say I'm a testament of what it means to go through it, allow yourself to go through it, and actually get on the other side of it. It's through feeling it, through allowing yourself to feel fully anxiety, make friends with it. It is possible. It is possible. And I had really bad, I mean, we're talking like, it controlled my life. Like I was so run by this anxiety, fear-based energy, that it dictated the decisions I made, places I went, places I didn't go, because of what I experienced, because I had so much fear around it, like allowing myself to experience it for 15 years of my life. So it wasn't until 2020 where I experienced the fullness of it. So I've been 6 years like free from that, but I had it for such a long time. So I wanted to share with you this channeled message about anxiety, because I believe that if you struggle with anxiety, first and foremost, there's nothing wrong with you. Second off, it is so commonplace in our world to experience this emotion. Anxiety is essentially an energy in motion. It is a feeling that wants to be felt. And sometimes when you go deeper in this healing journey, you will come to realize that maybe there are certain things, certain aspects that can contribute and trigger anxiety, right, within you. But if you struggle with it day to day, where you might experience tons of anxiety, you might experience panic attacks, you might even be on medication for it, it can really be like a burden in your life where you feel you can't get out of. You feel almost trapped in this energy. And all it is energy that wants to be felt, moved through you, through your experience. The only way out is through. We have to allow ourselves to experience it. And it's become anxiety in itself. Even the word has become so commonplace and so natural nowadays that it's becoming more openly talked about. It's more accepted now than it ever was before. And it's such a commonplace emotion that we hear about. It's like sometimes when we even meet people, we're like, oh my God, like you got anxiety too? You got that shit too? Like I got that too. Oh, and so-and-so, Jojo, he got that too. Like he's got anxiety. Like it's become such a thing where it's relatable. Like you can relate to this because so many of us experience it to some degree, but varying degrees, different levels of it, right? Some of us might experience it more, I don't want to say, but it's like chronically. That's like the only word I can think of. Like some of us might experience it on a scale where it's super chronic, and then some of us experience it like very rare. Like for me, over the past 6 years, I experience it like 1 to 2 times a year, if that. But remember, it took me really facing it. And I'm going to share with you so many different tips, helpful tips that can help you with feeling your way through anxiety and having more freedom, because we cannot run from our feelings. You know, at some point you have to not stuff away the emotions. You have to allow yourself to feel, to open up, because it's going to keep on knocking on your door until you allow yourself to feel it. So on the other side of acceptance is being seen, anxiety is being seen more of quote unquote a problem that needs to be controlled. So or needing to get rid of, because a lot of people are not comfortable with it. They don't like feeling anxious. They don't like feeling this way day to day. So sometimes people will seek out things to help them to control, minimize the experience of anxiety. And not here to judge you. Again, I went through it for 15 years of my life. I was on, like, I tried every different medication that is even available in the United States for that. Nothing ever worked for me. But I had a knowing, which I understand now as like God knowing. I had this knowing inside of me that I was not going to be on medication for the rest of my life, that I was going to be free of all that, and I wouldn't need it because I wouldn't experience it anymore. I knew it was going to leave my experience. And that's exactly what happened. In 2020, I allowed myself to feel it. Nothing externally was actually gonna make a difference. So things that I did go into the doctors to try to help me, nothing worked. And I knew internally it wasn't going to. My mind thought otherwise, but my soul, I internally knew that this was the opening of feeling it all, allowing myself to feel it, to heal it, to clear it. And I was going to come out a new person after this. And that's essentially what happened. Deep healing happens when you allow yourself to feel the uncomfortable things, the buried emotions that we're essentially trying to not feel. And the number one thing I realized was feeling is completely healing. And, you know, it's so freeing when you allow yourself to just experience it to the fullness that needs to be experienced, because it will transcend out of your experience. You will feel free, feel like a liberation from it, the more you allow yourself to feel it. So, you know, essentially everybody's heard about anxiety to some degree. We've all experienced it at some point or another in our lives. Obviously, like I've said before, there's like a scale of it where some people experience it so bad, and some people, you know, where it's almost like debilitating, it controls their life. And then some people, very, very rare. But what if I told you that anxiety is actually an emotion to meet and to invite in, to make peace with? This is so completely essential in order to allow this energy to move through you. In order for you not to experience it as frequently, you have to make space for it, because whatever you can make space for, you're integrating that energy. You're integrating that. And so it can move through you and exit out of your experience. But whatever you don't make space for, whatever energy you are kind of closing yourself off to, right? Because you're like, nope, don't want to feel that, wall up. I don't want to feel that, bury that. You're not making space for that energy. That energy can't move through you. You won't be able to integrate that energy. And the key here is to feel it, to experience it, to make peace with it, to let it go, let it do its thing. It's moving through you. To not attach yourself to it, because you are not anxiety. You're experiencing that. You're feeling that. It's a feeling, but it's not who you are. There's no reason to label yourself as such. But the more you become open to feeling it, you know, you're going to heal it a lot quicker. So when we talk about these things, you know, we can come up with ways to help us reduce the suffering And we have to ask ourselves, are these ways in reducing suffering, are they actually beneficial to us, or is it detrimental to us? Is it for our own benefit or our own detriment? There is a scale, and there are ways that we can use certain tools and things to help us alleviate the suffering, reduce the suffering. And then there's another way where it can add to the suffering, where it's suppressing energy, where it's, what's the word? I wrote it down. Where it becomes addictive. So there's different avenues of things we can help us, but is it actually truly benefiting us, or is it going to make the problem worse? I know from my own experience, medicine never helped me. Like, did it take the edge off? It took the edge off anxiety, but I had no awareness back then that it was actually suppressing the energy that needed to move through me, that needed to be integrated, that need to be felt. I had no idea then. I mean, I was a junior in high school. So this was back in 2005, 2006. So, wow, 20 years ago. Had no awareness then that that it wasn't actually helping me. But I knew over time, over the span of, 15 years, that, medicine wasn't helping me and it wasn't the answer. I had an awareness of the pattern of, this isn't helping, this isn't conducive, it's not making me feel better. Did not like the side effects and symptoms of the things. So I had to make changes, but it was also a knowing inside of me that I knew it wasn't going to be the answer. I knew medicine wasn't going to be the answer. And so some of the tips that I want to share with you on how you can relieve suffering from anxiety attacks. Number one is to accept it. Understanding that we cannot run away from it. You cannot run away from the emotion. And when you try to stuff it away and run from it and try to not feel it, and you're creating resistance, and first and foremost, and it's going to make it harder for that to move out of your reality because you're resisting the flow. You're resisting what just wants to be experienced and felt. So number two, befriend anxiety. Welcome the energy in. Welcome the energy in like you welcome in a friend. You open yourself, open your heart, open yourself to feeling the energy deeply and allowing it to do its thing. Allow yourself to feel it in its entirety and say, I am open to feeling this. I accept this feeling and I'm allowing it to move through me. I honor this feeling and I release it. I love you and I honor you, and release. It takes about 90 seconds at most for energies that are uncomfortable like that to move through us if we allow ourselves to feel it. And this is the pattern. This is what you do. You repeat these steps, repeat these when you experience this. Allow yourself to feel it. Of course, when you're having an anxiety attack, those are the challenges. It's going to be difficult to allow yourself to open up and experience that fully. But I'm here to tell you, as somebody who's come out on the other side of it, once you allow yourself to open up fully to the feeling, it transcends out of your experience. And the more open you become to that, it moves through you like water, and then you don't really experience it much. So we got to get good at allowing ourselves to be uncomfortable, to feel that energy, and to allow ourselves to know we're okay when we're experiencing those types of energies, those types of emotions. Back to the story, because I can't remember if I finished it, my personal experience recently. So I, of course, hadn't felt this in a while. Like I said, a couple times a year I feel this maybe. So when this happened recently, and I got these channeled messages for I guess to share. It was funny because when I felt it, it was just like, oh, I remember this, but it's a different approach now. I have a different relationship with this now. And when I started to feel it, I started to wonder, okay, was it because of somebody triggered this? Was it something I had read about, something? I started wondering if it was external. But then I remember going back to basics of what I've cultivated, what I've learned on my journey is allowing, like, don't worry about where it's coming from, right? Just be with it, be in the moment, be with what you're experiencing and allow yourself to open to it. So I remember I had gone to go pick up my mom. We were going to the store and I went to the gas station, and literally at the gas station while I'm getting gas at the pump, I close my eyes like I'm meditating, and I allow myself to just open up to the feeling fully. I allowed myself to just fully open it. It took less than 3 minutes, 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, and I felt like a brand new person. And that's how quick it is. That's how quick the energy moves through once you become accepting and open to just allowing yourself to feel it and go through that process. Accepting, feeling, and then it releases, you release it. So I really felt like this information, this video could really help you, could really help so many people who are struggling with anxiety, panic attacks. And I'm not here to judge you. If you are, I'm here to love you and help you in the best way that I know how, based on my experience. I didn't have that when I went through this 15 years ago. Back when I was going through this, Facebook wasn't even a thing. Like, social media wasn't even huge at the time when I was going through this. All of the quick, information and stuff out there that can help people nowadays, that you can just, turn on your phone or your laptop and you receive that wasn't even existent back then. Like, or at least I had no idea of it. It just didn't exist in my reality. And I truly believe that if you allow yourself to feel, you are healing. And it's a huge part of healing. We have to get comfortable with feeling. We have to. We're in a different era now. We're in a different energy now. Like, we cannot go back to the way things were. We can't go back. We can only ever go forward. And this new energy and the way things are now is you have to feel. This year is going to be about feeling. The fire horse energy, a lot of the intuitive messages I got about water, it's really going to be about embracing and feeling your feelings, feeling the emotions, feeling the uncomfortable, getting comfortable with your emotions. Because I'm telling you, there's going to be so many things that might be triggering, that might pop up, that are going to kind of cause you to get in touch with your emotions, because it's going to make you feel a lot of things that are going to be, revealed collectively and both individually in your life. It's going to get you to feel. It's going to get you to open up. So if you've been really rigid, you've been very rock hard on, like, your emotions and your divine feminine side of feeling, you're gonna be experiencing a lot of feels this year. So get ready for that, because we have to get in touch with our feelings. We have to allow ourselves to feel. We got to explore our feelings and embrace them, feel them, allow ourselves to open up to them. And I think as we do that, we will discover that, we aren't our feelings. It's an experience. We're free. It liberates us. The more we can allow the flow, allow things to come through that want to just be felt and come through. But anyways, I hope this video helped you. I really do. And if it did, please like, subscribe, comment below, share it with friends or who you might feel needs to hear this message, and it could benefit them. It really does help my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. It's kind of like an energy exchange of, like, saying thank you to me as I'm saying thank you to you for your support and your love and everything. So I would really appreciate it. And until next time, my friends, take very, very good care. I love you all so much. Bye for now.